Hello. I am Drunk Jigsaw. And today, I am going to review every single Saw movie. Saw 1. To Spiral. Remember, this is my opinion. So please respect my opinions. Enjoy the video. Saw. The movie that started it all. Released in October 29, 2004. Featuring Lee Wannell, Cary Elwes, Danny Glover, Tobin Bell, and Shawnee Smith. Saw is about a photographer named Adam Stan Hite and oncologist Lawrence Gordon regain consciousness while chained to pipes at either end of a filthy bathroom. As the two men realize they've been trapped by a sadistic serial killer nicknamed Jigsaw, and must complete his perverse puzzle to live. Flashbacks relate the fates of his previous victims. Meanwhile, Dr. Gordon's wife and young daughter are forced to watch his torture via closed-circuit video. To be honest, I don't like Saw 1. It's pretty boring. And what it is, it's just nothing but flashback within flashback over and over again. But the music Hello Zep is one of the best songs of horror history, as it will remain in Saw's history. Saw 2. The sequel of the movie. Released in October 28, 2005. On the hunt for the twisted vigilante and serial killer Jigsaw, Detective Eric Matthews and his team must apprehend the elusive murderer to rescue 8 people trapped in an abandoned house, before they succumb to his torturous and murderous games. One twist to this task is that Matthews' own son, Daniel, is among the 8 people Jigsaw has chosen to test for their lack of morality. With nerve gas pumping through the house, every second counts. To be honest, I don't like Saw 2. It makes no sense. People are inside the house that's in a neighborhood and nobody even comes to help. The plot of this movie is kinda stupid. But it's not that bad. Saw 3. The movie that started a trilogy. Released in October 27, 2006. Dr. Lynn Dinlam becomes a pawn in the Jigsaw killer's latest gory game. Kidnapped and taken to an abandoned warehouse, she finds Jigsaw bedridden and dying. Her task is to keep the maniac alive long enough for Jeff, a fellow victim, to complete his own task. Each is unaware that Jigsaw has much bigger, and deadlier, plans in store. Saw 3 I love so much. The music, the traps, and all of that are so good. Even the plot was really cool. But that one character Jeff has to be the most dumbest character. He was so fucking slow on trying to save people. He tried to save the guy that killed his son, but he was way too fucking slow and the guy died. Jeff is stupid. But the movie was cool? Even Amanda had a really good personality in this movie. That's why Amanda is my favorite character. Saw 4. Released in October 26, 2007. During the autopsy of serial killer Jigsaw, a cassette tape is discovered in his stomach in which he warns that his gory games will continue. Sure enough, SWAT Lieutenant Daniel Rigg is forced to follow a blood-drenched trail of torture, dismemberment and death in order to find 2 missing colleagues. A pair of FBI profilers follow Riggs, suspecting he might be Jigsaw's accomplice, even as they unlock the puzzle of the killer's origins, seen in gruesome flashbacks. Saw 4 was pretty good. Not the greatest, but it's pretty good. The beginning trap of this movie was confusing. But that one trap where Hoffman and Detective Matthews was in was cool. Matthews' head getting crushed by 2 large blocks of ice was so ridiculously gory. And Hoffman as the new Jigsaw was such a plot twist. That's when Hoffman became my next favorite character. Saw 5. Released in October 24, 2008. Despite the fact that fiendish serial killer Jigsaw is dead, his work lives on through a new apprentice, Lieutenant Mark Hoffman, a cop who appeared to be hot on the murderer's trail. As fellow lawman agent Peter Strom begins to suspect Hoffman is Jigsaw's protege, the fledgling killer sets out to dispose of him. I mean, I don't really have that much words for Saw 5, but I'm not a fan of it. The plot is good, but the rest, nah. This one trap, the blood sacrifice, I can't watch it. I have to turn away a little bit due to all of the screaming, and the circular saw starting up and the bones cracking and everything. Uck. No. No, 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 no. And the aftermath of it. I nearly vomited. But the ending was awesome. Saw 5 wasn't really the greatest. But it's still good though. Saw 6. Released in October 23, 2009. With Jigsaw still directing events from beyond the grave, Hoffman emerges as the heir to the killer's twisted legacy. But as the FBI closes in, Hoffman sets in motion a game that is designed to reveal Jigsaw's grand scheme. I absolutely love this sequel. I really love the plot of this movie. Everyone's favorite trap is the shotgun carousel. I love that trap as well. The ending was very, very intense. Jill putting the second model of the reverse bear trap was so cool. I really did feel bad for the people who died in this movie. This movie was a lot more darker than the rest. But the plot was really cool. I give this movie a 8 out of 10. And then we get to this atrocious piece of shit. This movie was such a disappointment. Saw, the final chapter, aka Saw 3D, aka Saw 7. Released in October 29, 2010. As a fierce battle rages over Jigsaw's terrible legacy, survivors seek support from a fellow survivor and self-help guru, who has a few dark secrets of his own. Meanwhile, crooked cop Hoffman seeks revenge against Jigsaw's wife, and an author who has his own story. This movie is so fucking stupid. The beginning trap was dumb. The trap was out in public with one girl hanging on top and two boys in the left and the right. Jigsaw comes and says, "Oh, who is she in love with?" The acting was so terrible and stupid. The girl dies but shows no emotion and doesn't even scream when she's getting cut in half. And the bad news is this dog shit movie has poor quality cause they used 3D cameras and tried to make this movie in 3D. And the blood is pink. Not red. But fucking pink. But the reverse bear trap scene was the only best thing that happened in this shit movie. We finally see it in action. But we all hate this movie. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie down to the depths of hell. Jigsaw, aka Saw 8, Legacy. The Revival. Released in October 27, 2017. After a series of murders bearing all the markings of the Jigsaw killer, law enforcement officials find themselves chasing the ghost of a man who has been dead for over a decade, and they become embroiled in a new game that's only just begun. Is John Kramer back from the dead to remind the world to be grateful for the gift of life? Or is this a trap set by a killer with designs of his own? This movie was the best. I watched it on opening day and I was so happy they brought back Saw to the big screen. Finally better quality and no more 3D shit. But this movie I give it a 9 out of 10. Spiral, from the Book of Saw. Released in May 12, 2021. Working in the shadow of his father, Detective Ezekiel Zeke Banks and his rookie partner take charge of an investigation into grisly murders that are eerily reminiscent of the city's gruesome past. Unwittingly entrapped in a deepening mystery, Zeke finds himself at the center of the killer's morbid game. I fucking love this movie. Why? It's because it has two of my favorite actors, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. This brought a smile to my face when I saw them. Spiral is the #1 Saw movie in my tier list. More better than Saw 5 and 4 and 7. From what I am looking for is Saw 10, which might be rumored to be released in October of 2022 or 2023. And the code name of Saw 10 is the Jigsaw Killer. The thing I really do hope for this isn't a reboot or a remake to the first Saw. But people are saying that it isn't. Which that's good. And there's a rumor that Saw 10 is going to return Tobin Bell as Jigsaw, and they said it's going to be taking place before Saw 3. So we might see Amanda and Hoffman again. Maybe. But who knows? We have to wait. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. See you later in the next video.